Good afternoon and good morning to everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, which is one of our favorites. We love destination webinars because we really get an in-depth look of how our DMCs will show your clients the best that their country has to offer. So today we are going on an adventure to Portugal with Lux and Unique, and they are going to show us some of the most unique itineraries throughout the country and give you some great options for your clients. Now, Lux and Unique have been in the industry for years and years and years, and they have joined together, Maria and Jasmine, to create their own DMC. So I love that it's women owned, it is boutique, and they have all the connections you could ever imagine in Portugal. So my name is Julianne Thomas. I am the sales manager based out of Washington, D.C., but I am all around the world with you. So please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to have a chance to introduce you to more of our partners. But for today, let's focus on Portugal. We are going to start with Jasmine Renault. So welcome, Jasmine. We're so excited to
Hi
have you
everyone.
here today. And we are going to learn everything you can learn about Portugal. Now, don't forget to take notes and stay on because at the end, we are going to have a little trivia game of everything they've taught you about which client fits the best in which destination. So stay for the end. We will have a trivia, and the winner of the trivia will receive a $50 either Amazon gift card or Zelle right into your bank account. So who doesn't like a little extra money for learning as much as you can about Portugal? So welcome today. Welcome, Jasmine. Please teach us everything you can about your destination.
I will try. I will try my best. So let me share my screen. Here it is. Okay, so let me just go back here. Can you see my screen, Julianne?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, great. So hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining us. So my name is Jasmine. I'm very excited to talk to you about Portugal because it's a rewarding and very diverse destination, although it's a very small country. And today's webinar was made for travel advisors. So my goal is not only to inspire you, it's also to give you all the knowledge I can to make you sell more the destination to your clients. Through the presentation, I will go through all the regions of Portugal. So basically we will go from north to south and also to the islands of Portugal, which are Madeira and the Azores. And I will also share the selling points of each region, the client's expectation, and to which type of client it fits the best. So don't hesitate if you have questions to ask at the end. There will be also Maria's presentation and there will be the quiz. So don't hesitate. By the end of this
And
webinar, I hope you will have a better understanding of the destination.
And Jasmine, we can see your picture as well. So if you can move your
Oh,
screen
sure.
either. Perfect. There we
Is
go.
it fine? Okay,
Yes,
great.
and we can
Thank you.
also see the app.zoom is sharing your screen. Hide that. Voila. Perfect. Thank you
Oh,
so
okay,
much.
perfect. Thank you. I don't see anything. I don't see you, so just tell me.
Okay, you're good.
So before we go deep into the subject, I'd like to give you a small introduction about us. So we are Lux and Unique, DMC in Portugal, based in Lisbon. We specialize in tailor-made experiences throughout Portugal and the islands, and we have a very personal approach. We try today to give another dimension of luxury, which we don't definite about five stars hotels and private services, but more about curated experience adapted to your clients, seamless organization, and authenticity. I think everybody's looking for authenticity these days, and we trust that Portugal is here to give these needs. Because we are locally based also, we do a lot of inspection with Maria. Being in Lisbon, in the center of the country, we explore the entire country to check the quality for you, the services, to meet the guides. So we have trusted partnerships, and we also want to reflect the essence of Portugal. We work closely with travel advisors, with you when you need, to see how we can adapt the best itinerary possible for your clients. So don't hesitate to think about the clients you're currently working with to see which region could fit the best with them. So let's start directly. The biggest strength of Portugal these days is the diversity. Although the country is very compact, every region has its own identity, atmosphere, landscape, food, and rhythm. Also, you will see, and it's very important for you to understand because it will help you to see which region fits more your clients. So in this presentation, I will go from north to south. So Oporto, Douro Valley, Lisbon, Alentejo, Algarve, and then we will go to Madeira and the Azores. So every region, again, offers a totally different experience. Let's start with Porto, the second largest city of Portugal. It's in the north of Portugal, and it's known for the beautiful riverside and the colorful architecture, which we also have in Lisbon. But it's a very historic atmosphere, and it's also famous, of course, for the port wine. Porto feels very intimate and authentic, and there's a very strong local identity. You will see in Portugal that people from the north are totally different from people from the center or people from the south or even from the islands, and they really claim their identity. The historic center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site filled with narrow streets, hidden corners, cafes, churches. And the thing the clients they love to do is to cross the Dom Luís Bridge to join Vila Nova de Gaia. This is where you have all the caves of port wine, and the tasting is a must-do in an itinerary. You have to do it. So it works perfectly also as a gateway to northern Portugal in general, and it fits perfectly for a combination with Douro Valley, which is not too far from Porto. So this is the destination for clients looking for gastronomy, culture, wine, or even a romantic atmosphere. We have a lot of honeymooners coming to this region. When selling Porto, the timing can make a big difference because we're in the north of Portugal, so the climate can be totally different from a month to another. It's much more unpredictable compared to Lisbon, and the best period to visit would be between March and October. It is where the city is more lively and the temperature are a bit better. In terms of experience, it's ideal for a walking tour with a guide because it's the best way to discover the city for sure. The gastronomy, cultural visits, river cruises, and wine tastings, of course. I'm talking a lot about wine, but Portugal is a lot about wine and food, you will see. It's perfect for couples, also for families, because there's a lot of fun activities for the kids not to get bored, food and wine lovers, as I was saying, and culture-focused clients. One important thing about Porto is that it's very authentic, and you can combine it with a lot of destinations that are around. So we really recommend to start an itinerary from Oporto and to go down to the south of Portugal. And then we go into Douro Valley. So it's one of the oldest wine region of the world, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site also. As you can see, the landscape is truly spectacular. And the scenery changes through all the year, and especially during the harvest, which is normally between July and September. But now with the weather, it's changing a lot. But usually between July and September, depending on the quinta. The quinta are the wine estates. And Douro is not only about wine. People used to associate the region with wine, so they think it's not for families or for kids. It's actually just a slow luxury travel destination. So clients, they come here to disconnect, to relax, and to immerse themselves into nature, gastronomy, and food. It's a very slow rhythm. It's actually good for honeymooners, couples, but for the kids, we have a lot of alternative options. When the parents will enjoy wine, kids can enjoy olive oil tasting or juices tasting. They can do biking. The cruise in Douro Valley is a must-do. And this is why we try to push this destination as a family destination also. So usually what we do here is a private wine tasting after the visit of a quinta, then a vineyard lunch or a picnic with a vineyard view, and then a river cruise. And this would be the perfect day in Douro Valley, but Maria will talk about this later in the program. And we have lots of luxury wine hotels also in the region that we work with. Then about Douro Valley, April to October would be the season to go, although we have clients going through all the year. But the harvest season is also very interesting to see because some quinta, they open the doors to the clients to participate to the harvest. So it's a very good moment. Key experiences. So it's wine, gastronomy, nature, and relaxation. One of the reasons the clients feel like the Douro, it's because they feel exclusive. Many properties are boutique luxury style. We don't have big hotels in Douro Valley because it's preserved and untouched. And although Douro Valley begins in Porto, if you want to see the very beautiful landscapes like we saw here, the terrace vineyards, you need to drive 1.5 hours to 2 hours to really access this, to the city of Pinhão. Pinhão is the city where most of our providers, they are located, and this is where you will see these landscapes. If you stop before, you could be frustrated because you will not see the same landscape. So this is why we also try to push Douro Valley as a destination itself, or more than a day trip from Porto, which can be requested by your clients. We're trying to explain this. The driving distance could be 4 hours in a day, which I know for some of you is not a lot, but for some clients it can be tiring to drive too much. And then we're going down to Lisbon. So Lisbon is 3 hours down to Porto, or 4 hours from Douro Valley. Usually when your clients, they go to Lisbon after Douro Valley, they would leave at the checkout about 11, and they would arrive in Lisbon for the check-in because we would arrange some stops on the way. For example, they can stop in Coimbra, which is right in the middle of the itinerary, and they would have a lunch, or they could also visit some villages like Óbidos, which is a medieval village, which is really cute. So the timing on this day is perfect, so your clients are not too tired. And Lisbon, the vibrant cosmopolitan capital of Portugal. This is where Maria and myself, we decided to live because it's an amazing city through all the year. It's also one of the Europe's most attractive city these days. It's about history, culture, gastronomy, nightlife, and coastal escape also. We have the Tagus River just here, so it's a very complete destination. The thing about Lisbon is that it combines perfectly modernity and tradition, which coexist perfectly. And this is why it's a region that fits all types of travelers. You can have first-time visitors, couples, families. We have so many things for kids to enjoy Lisbon, culture lovers, food enthusiasts. And there's a lot of things to do, like the walking tour again. Lisbon has to be seen walking with a guide, a very good guide. We have amazing guides here that speak perfect English. We have a lot of food tours with different levels, different prices. Usually when the clients that don't want a walking tour, we put a food tour. So they would get immersed into the city, and I have an introduction of the city when they arrived, and eating. So I think it's the best way to discover Lisbon, eating and walking. They can also experience a fado experience. So we have either the fado show only or a dinner with a fado show, which is also an option. We have luxury shopping, nightlife. We have sailing experiences on the Tagus River. Can be a catamaran during sunset time, for example, from Belém, which is a very good experience for the clients. And then around Lisbon, less than 1 hour, you can go to many places that are totally different with the different landscape, like coastal town like Cascais, Ericeira, or Setúbal, for example. And one of Lisbon's biggest selling point is actually the accessibility. It's easy to combine almost all the regions of Portugal from Lisbon. And this is why it could be a hub for you to create a multi-destination itinerary in Portugal. There's a very energetic atmosphere also during summer. So it's a year-round destination. Spring and autumn are recommended. It's actually my favorite seasons to visit Lisbon because it's a bit less crowded. And in summer, it can be a bit hot. But even in summer, you can have dinner outside. There's a lot of animation in the city. There's always a lot of things to do. And the sunsets, the golden hour from the viewpoints, because it's the city of the seven hills, is really something to experience. Then we're going down to Alentejo. Alentejo is the biggest region of Portugal. It's actually a hidden gem. It's between Lisbon and Algarve. So you have a total different variety of landscapes in Alentejo. You have rolling plains, cork forests, vineyards, whitewashed villages, medieval towns, but most of all, a peaceful atmosphere that is crazy. It's my favorite region in Portugal. And people don't think automatically about Alentejo, so we are trying to push. Usually people coming there, they're trying to experience a traditional side of Portugal, something they never saw before. You have also exceptional wines and food and a lot of countryside luxury hotels. We do not have big hotels in Alentejo, so a lot of convent or wine estates were renovated to welcome travelers. And it's very intimate and very special to stay there. The destination works perfectly for clients that visited a lot of countries in Europe, a lot of big destinations, big cities, because it's very preserved. For example, on the picture on the right, this is Évora. It's the capital of Alentejo. It's a UNESCO also World Heritage Site. And Alentejo is perfect to include, for example, between Lisbon and Algarve, because Lisbon will be the city side of the itinerary. Then they would go to Alentejo to have a peaceful rhythm with meeting people, see the potteries, the cork, walking tour in Évora, amazing food and wine. And then they will go down to Algarve to experience the coast and to relax. So this is for clients interested into sustainability, wellness, authentic cultural immersion for sure. I think it's the best region for this. And again, a good transition for a stop between Lisbon and Algarve. The best time to go there, spring and autumn. We do not recommend to go there in July and in August because it's really hot. It's about 45, 46 degrees. Although the weather is very unpredictable these days. It was raining in Lisbon and it never rains in May. But usually starting June, it's becoming really hot. So we recommend to go March, April, for example, or September, October. We have also excellent guides on spot that are from the region, and they would be so happy to show you their home, actually. So this is the best time to visit, and it's suitable to all type of clients, couples, families, city break, landscape travelers. I had a family last week there. They did horse riding. They had a lunch in a quinta, in a wine estate. So it's really a complete destination. And now we're going down to Algarve. So it's actually the perfect itinerary if your clients, they want to do this part. And Algarve is the coastline of Portugal. It's internationally known for the golden beaches and cliffs, turquoise water, although be careful, it's not the Mediterranean Sea, so the temperature is also something. And after years in Portugal, I'm still fighting to swim, even in summer in Algarve. We have a lot of luxury resorts, golf courses, and there's a huge relaxed lifestyle that made people decide to live in Algarve actually today. And Algarve, we could split Algarve into three parts. You have the central Algarve, which is where you have all the resorts by the cliff with a beautiful view on the sea, sometimes a private access to the beach. Then the western coast part of Algarve will be more for surfers and nature lovers. And the eastern part, closer to the border of Spain, would be more authentic, still preserved. So I love going there. It's really more authentic. There's less tourists, let's say, going there. So usually the clients, when they go there, they have private transfers. We include yacht cruise or catamaran cruise. Clients can also ask for a smaller boat, so they could go into the caves. We have Ponta da Piedade, which is very famous, or the Benagil cave that you can see on the picture. So everybody's looking for this cave. And as an example, this cave in August and in July is really crowded with kayak. So it's not something we recommend to do. It's better to go on the shoulder season, because on the shoulder seasons, you will have an excellent weather without the crowd. Also because all the Portuguese people are going to Algarve in summer. So just keep in mind that Algarve is a year-round destination for me. I went there in December, it was 20 degrees. I mean, It's always different from the rest of the country. That's it about Algarve. Yeah, I just
Jasmine,
wanted.
we do
Yeah,
have
tell me.
one question in the chat for Algarve. Which
Tell me.
towns do you recommend?
Which?
Towns.
Okay. The thing is, towns. Some hotels, the location is not on the best towns, but if your clients they would like to visit, I prefer the western part. For example, you have Lagos. Lagos is on the west, or you go on the other side, the Tavira. You have the village of Tavira, which is very cute, very charming. I would say the middle is more touristy, but it's also where you have the most beautiful landscapes, like these orange cliffs and the beautiful beaches. So this is why we recommend the clients to make some visits with transfers or to rent a car. A lot of clients rent a car. For example, to be honest with you, Albufeira, which is very famous, but in the summer is very intense. It's like a spring break atmosphere. So we do not push Albufeira in the summer, but some hotels, they manage to have an intimate location, and then the clients, they will visit the coast by their own.
Great,
Was
thank
it
you.
the answer?
Was that good, Renee? Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Talking about hotels, we have private villas, luxury hotels, boutique hotels, and family-friendly hotels with a lot of amenities for the kids clubs, many options of restaurants inside the hotels. So depending on your clients, we would be happy to orientate you to the best hotel. So basically, it's an excellent destination to end your itinerary in Portugal. Usually, we put Algarve at the end, so your clients, they will just relax before going home back to the normal life, let's say.
How can I write?
And now, yeah, someone has a question?
There is someone asking for the name of the Algarve towns. Perhaps I can be
How to
writing in the
spell
meantime.
them?
You can continue.
Yes, if you can just write them in. I was doing, yeah, perfect.
Sure. And if you want, I mean, if Juliana, I can send you something or some names of towns in Algarve, I would be happy to do it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Talk about Davida.
Now we're going offshore to Madeira. So it's one of the spectacular islands of Portugal, and it's often called the Eternal Spring Island because of the climate, which is mild throughout all the year, which is amazing. It's known for mountain landscapes, lush vegetation, waterfalls, ocean views, botanical gardens, and exceptional hiking. As you can see on this picture, this is a viewpoint that you have if you do one of the hiking that are very famous in Madeira. So it's stunning. It's a destination focused on nature, wellness, outdoor activities, and gastronomy. One of the most famous experiences is to do a hiking along a levada. Levada is a historic irrigation channel that is still operating in the island, and it made all the hiking path that we have now in Madeira. Madeira offers also a luxury cliffside hotel offer, whale and dolphin watching, traditional villages, local cuisine. It's a very complete destination. And for clients that are enjoying more active travel, but they still want exclusivity and comfort, for me, it's the best option. Although I wouldn't sell Madeira as a beach destination, even if it's an island, because the beaches are volcanic and they're not very spacious. There is another island called Porto Santo, but Porto Santo, in my opinion, is not ready for high-end luxury tourism now. There's a lot of hotels, but they are low quality and they're not ready, but I know it's happening. We heard about the project that they have on Porto Santo, and we will be happy to share with you when it's coming. Madeira, you can go in Madeira all the year because of the festivities, because of the climate, which is amazing. It has a microclimate, and you can go every month of the year because of the festivities. So, for example, in February, you have the carnival. I go there every year for the carnival because it's amazing. And I'm also escaping the weather in Lisbon. Then you have the flower festival in May, which actually begins in April with the decoration and a lot of animation in Funchal. And then you have the New Year, which is spectacular. People from the whole world come to Madeira for the New Year because it's a 360 degrees fireworks in the Bay of Funchal. It's magical. So this is why usually we will tell you to book Madeira a lot of time in advance because of the availability, because of the price increasing a lot. We do have a lot of supplies, but they're often fully booked a lot of time in advance because of the festivities. The major selling point of Madeira also is that it's a compact and easy to explore island. It's a small island. You could be on one hotel and visit the island in less than 1 week. So no need to stay 2 weeks in Madeira, to be honest. It could be an extension to mainland. But clients can stay in 1 or 2 hotels to change the coast. And they wouldn't have a lot of traffic. They wouldn't change hotels every 2 days. So just think Madeira as a 1 week destination. Can be less also.
And Jasmine, in that 1 week, do you recommend having their own rental car, or are there other transfer options?
So we do have transfers. We do both. Actually, it depends on your clients. It depends also on the location of your hotel, because either you stay in Funchal, which is the capital, the city of Madeira, and from there you have a lot of options for restaurants and stuff. But if you decide to, this is what we recommend, to combine Funchal experience, so you have the city, and then you go on a hotel by the cliff on the coast, out of nowhere. Then if you don't have a car, you could be frustrated because for dinner, you're stuck at the hotel. I think it's good to have a rental car. A lot of clients, they have a rental car, and they also have private transfers for the activities because if they do a jeep tour or something, they would pick them up at the hotel. But the roads, if someone asks, the roads in Madeira are very practical. Of course, automatic cars are recommended, but they're very practical. And it's just that a lot of, I don't know how to say, it's not very straight. Like you will go in the mountains, you will go in the forest, you will see a lot of amazing landscapes, but it's well, how to say, organized. It's easy to have a transportation.
And Gwen would like to know if she's planning somebody's festive season in Madeira. Are there Christmas markets?
They do. They have I mean, Portugal in general celebrates everything. So, for example, now we had Easter, and now we have another festival coming, and then there will be another one. In Madeira, it's the same. You always have these small cabanas. So they will have Christmas and New Year decoration. They have also a big Christmas tree that you have one in Lisbon, one in Porto, one in Funchal. So Portuguese people, they like to party, they like to celebrate, and Christmas is very precious for Portuguese people. So it's a very good moment to go to Madeira. And it's 15 degrees, can be a bit more even at this time.
Great, thank you.
That's it. Let me know if there are other questions because I don't see anyone. Okay, so experience. Usually it will be hiking, scenic drives, ocean views, gastronomy. We can also do coasteering for the more adventurous clients, kayaking, canyoning, and a lot of activities that are able to be done with the kids. It's also possible. We will always give you the limit of age, but families love a lot to come to Madeira because there's a diversity of beach, mountain, food, wine. So it fits perfectly. And now that we have explored the beauty of Madeira, we're going to another island journey. We're going to the Azores, which is also, as you can see, spectacular. So the Azores is an archipelago of 9 volcanic islands, and they all have their own personality. And as you can see, the landscape are changing from one island to the other. And travelers here, they will find volcanic lakes, hot springs, waterfalls, lush green hills, black volcanic beaches, also an impressive ocean scenery. The Azores is strongly connected to sustainability and ecotourism. It's a destination that appeals to travelers looking for authentic nature and adventure. basically the world will be an adventure. Activities, what we usually include is a jeep tour. It can be half day or full day, depending on what they want to visit, with a good guide. Hiking, biking, you can see the hot springs, you can even swim in the hot springs, and volcanic exploration. The Azores for the season, I would say from May to October. Usually we try to avoid August, first because the availability will be a bit more limited. Also because it's a bit more crowded at this time. So even July is better than August. But of course, we will make the possible to find availability for you. Spring for me is the best season to go there for sure, because it's also less crowded. And so adventurous travelers for sure, and eco-conscious clients. We have more and more of these clients, nature lovers, that they want to be careful about their print when traveling. And it's a destination for people seeking for something immersive and totally different from what they've seen before, because it's unique. It feels very untouched, and it's actually untouched. So this is why we need to give you the right expectation of Azores in terms of accommodation, for example. If your clients decide to combine mainland and Azores, they might compare, of course, the level of hotels they had and the hotels they will have in Azores. And it's a bit lower because they try to preserve the island. So they're not building a lot of hotels, and they try not to destroy, let's say, the nature, to transform the landscapes, which is actually a very good thing. But your clients need to know that the quality will go lower. So this is why also the availability is more limited, because you still have good options, very good options, high-end, even luxury, but they will be concentrated in San Miguel Island and Terceira Island. It's the two biggest islands of the Azores. And the rest, you can go by ferry or by plane, depending on which island you want to see. But it's good to know because we know that Azores is usually an extension to the mainland.
And I know you said the water is very cold typically. I mean, cold in comparison to weather destinations. When is the warmest time to go into the water?
The warmest time, I mean, I would say it's always in summer.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the water is hot. I mean, it depends
No.
on people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Maria can swim. I cannot. This is an example. But usually in summer, it's the best time to swim.
So in
For
festive,
example,
most likely not during festive, unless
no,
you're in a scuba suit.
no. And actually, Azores is not recommended during winter because of the weather, because it's let's say the location of the Azores makes it different in the climate. And in winter, the ferries can be canceled, the flight can be canceled because of weather conditions. So it's a bit more unpredictable for us. So we really don't push at this time, because you could spend 1 week under the rain and with a lot of wind, so you will be frustrated to see this. I think spring and
Depend of
after
the
summer
umbrella.
is better.
And then how long, how many days would you suggest in the Azores?
So our clients in general, they would stay like 4 nights in San Miguel, which is the biggest island. So they will land in Ponta Delgada, which is the airport. I would say average 4 nights, but some they stay 1 week, some they stay 3 nights, and then they go to Terceira or another island. Usually they combine 2 islands, can be 3, because some islands can be visited on a 1-day trip. You can go take a ferry in the morning and take a ferry back at night. So this is really something to see together, to see if they're okay with the timing, if the flight is okay for them, because flights are very short, but it's also a logistic for your clients. So in general, I would say average 1 week to 10 days in Azores.
Okay. And I know Madeira, you said 7 days is a good spot. And what about Algarve?
Oh, Algarve, I could stay
Forever.
weeks in Algarve. The thing is, Algarve, you have less activities. Like as a DMC, to be honest with you, we provide less experience because it's a destination that you need to to enjoy the amenities of your hotel, you want to go to the beach, you want to take your car to visit a village. You have in Algarve we have cooking classes, we have farm to tables, and we have the cruise. So once you have done these activities, I really recommend to enjoy being in Algarve. You know, there are some regions that we cannot oversell. It's but well, four nights minimum in Algarve, I would say.
Perfect. Yes. So, Sue, I know you want to know how many days at each location. I think that these ladies will be very good at setting the itinerary according to your client, because some clients might want to be longer in the wine region. Some would like to prefer to be at the beach longer. So, this is where their expertise will really come in handy for you and your clients.
Thank you. Sure. And if we need to make any template of a itinerary for you, like inspirational, don't hesitate, because we do a lot of this for our clients to help them understand and to give a first idea to their clients of this is what is possible in Portugal. Do you like it? And this is where we tailor-made together to add one day, delete one day, or change.
Perfect.
And I'm done. So this was my presentation. I will pass you to Maria, who has actually made an itinerary for you to have an idea. I just would say that Portugal is not one destination. It's a variety of experiences in one country. And as you saw, the difference of landscapes and culture makes any itinerary very complete. So I hope you feel more confident about the destination. And if you have any questions, again, please do not hesitate to ask us. There will be also the quiz at the end. But let me give the speech to Maria, who will go deeper into itinerary that we've made for you.
Okay. Now it's me. Hello, everyone. Let me see if I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Yes. Now I'm sharing.
Perfect.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Maria, and thank you for having me today. Well, after everything what Jasmine has already shared with you, I think that perhaps what makes Portugal so special is the possibility of combine all the diversity we have in Portugal, because you can combine the vibrant city, the different landscape we have, culture, history. If talking about gastronomy or the wines, depends of where you are, you will see the difference that there are between one place and the other. And perhaps this is the reason that the client has included Portugal in the backlist for this year or for next year. And this is the reason that we have created this suggested program. This is a suggestion. We can adapt. This is the way we work. We never offer the same itinerary to the two different clients, because we believe everyone is having different needs. So let me start for the beginning, and the same that we have been doing before. If you have any question, me or during the presentation, or Jasmine will be answering in the chat. So for the first day, we are including a privileged culinary experience. This is not a food tour. This is an immersive culinary journey where we have included 4 different venues, and the client will be enjoying different gastronomy. And perhaps one of the most important highlights of this experience is of course going to the Michelin restaurant, because they are going inside of a Michelin restaurant. They are going inside of the kitchen and sharing with the chef. He's showing the client which are the ingredients they select for prepare and for elaborate this plate, and they will learn how to finalize the elaboration of this meal. And with the wine, they will have this moment, and they will taste, and it will be a moment of sharing. But perhaps for me, the most important thing of this experience is that the client feel like he's expected. He's not going to different places just to eat. The doors of some of these places are closed, and they will be open only for the client. So they will feel this exclusivity only for them. So this is what makes the first entrance in the country with a good starting. This is our point of view. This is our recommendation for the first day. Then on the second day, we decide to offer an experience related with the culture and art. As Jasmine explained, for us, the best way to visit this city, Lisbon, is walking. Is the best way to understand and to get to know the different squares and the streets. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of the information. For this experience, we have choose 3 different neighborhoods. The oldest one is Baixa, Alfama, and Moraria. So they will be making a walking tour through these different neighborhoods. We suggest having a very comfortable shoes because it's a city of 7 hills. Jasmine already mentioned this in his explanation, and you will be all the time up and down. So it's even being a walking tour, we have our guides that are prepared and they know how to do this experience without being really tired. We will stop in the meantime. We will have our coffee. We will try our pastel de nata, and at the end of the experience, in the middle of the experience, because we want to include everything that it is related with the history, we decide to include a restaurant where the client will be enjoying original food. This is not fine dining, but it is a place where you will see the cook. It's like it's an old lady who will be cooking, and the food is amazing, and it will be part of the activity. Once you have finished the meal, you will be guided to Alfama, one of the neighborhood we decide for the experience. And at the entrance, they arrive to the real atelier of an artist, where they will learn how to paint a tile. They will be really, it's a really important and interesting place to visit, because she's an artist. She loves to share, to show how to paint. And at the end, they will take this tile with you as a souvenir, and she will teach them which color they are using for the tiles, why we use the blue, because it is an history, why we use one kind of symbols like boats or the birds, why sometimes we use the yellow. And this is part of the history tradition that will be shared with the client directly while they are making this experience with the artist. So now that we have already discovered Lisbon under the eyes of the gastronomy and the culture and the art, we, for the next day, decide to go to Sintra. Sintra is a village that it is located like 1 hour, 1 hour 45 from 1 hour, more or less, from Lisbon. We decide to go to Pena Palace. Pena Palace is one of the palaces that are in Sintra, and it is not the only one. We have more palaces, but perhaps this is the one that you know the most. Our suggestion is to visit this palace at the very first hour of the morning. Otherwise, it will be really, really crowded. So for this experience, your client will have the palace only for them in exclusive. They will have time to enjoy all the rooms. And at the end, when people start to arrive to the palace, they will go back to the city center, and they will have time to enjoy the small city center of Sintra. They will see all the city center, and the guide will accompany them to another palace where they will have a magnificent picnic served in the middle of the palace, as you can see, with the Portuguese porcelain. They used to locate the table in a special corner of the palace where the client have time to enjoy. It's time to enjoy the moment, the city. Sintra is a very, very romantic and charismatic, cozy, I would say, city. It's a city that you can go. I'm living here for more than 24 years, and I think every month I'm going there because it's really beautiful to just spend your day there, and if not in the gardens, in the palaces. And at the end of the experience, when time comes and there is no rush, instead of coming back to Lisbon in a transfer, we decide to take a motorbike, a sidecar motorbike, and come back to Lisbon. We have a road that is coming back from Sintra to Lisbon on the coast side, and it is really, really beautiful. It's another way to come. It's a funny way to come as well. And we wanted to do this something different to show you the different options we can create in an experience. For the next day of Douro, of this itinerary, we are going to Douro. And in the meantime, because from Lisbon to Douro, as Jasmine mentioned in her presentation, we're talking about 4 hours, something more or less. So we decided to make a stop in a wine stay, a quinta, and to make a stop and make the journey not so long, not so tired. This house is belong to a family where you can find 3 generations living all together, living and producing wines. It's a house that they will not open the doors to everyone. They open the door only to people that are really interested and people. I mean, there are touristic places, it's a restaurant, but they love to share. It's a family really special. They live for the wines and they love to share why they decide to produce the wine and not another kind of fruit. There is an history that I will not tell you because I want you and your clients to enjoy and to learn about themselves, because I will be like telling you everything and it is not fair. And when the client arrives to this particular house, they will be hosted by the family and not by the guide. It's really the family and the dogs. And they are going to the vineyard. After visiting the vineyard and the place where they are producing the wine, they will go to visit the house. And instead of having a wine taste in a beautiful room, they decide to open the door of the house and they will be having lunch with the client in the house. So there will be a wine taste in the meantime that there is a lunch in the house with the family. So it's a mix of exclusivity, Portuguese tradition shared with the Italian. This is, we take here, I will say like 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. And then we continue to the Douro Valley. Douro Valley here. Yes, Douro Valley. Douro Valley, as Jasmine already explained about the destination, is one of the oldest wine regions of the world and perhaps one of the most breathtaking landscapes in Portugal. For Jasmine, her preferred place is Alentejo. For me, is Douro. I'm in love with this region. I'm in my wedding anniversary every year. I'm going to different quintas to enjoy because it's a very, very, very beautiful place. For this experience, we include where I think it's the perfect experience with all the elements that you can have. At the beginning of the day, your guide is a guide that is not from Lisbon, is not from Porto, is from Douro. So he knows absolutely everything. He knows everywhere. He knows where to stop to see the landscape. As Jasmine mentioned, the landscape change depends on the season you are visiting. And he knows exactly where we have to go to take the best picture and to show why this wine state is better to visit in the morning, in the afternoon, and it makes all the difference. And this guide arrived not in a usual car. He's coming in a classic car or in a vintage car. So this is the starting of the experience. They will take you in this beautiful car to one of the wine states, one of the most exclusive one. And we will be welcoming by winemaker. And after having the wine taste in one of usually in the barrel room or in a specific or exclusive room, because we work with the most exclusive wineries in the Douro, we can have the lunch here as a picnic. But because I already include a picnic in Sintra, I decide to go to a Michelin restaurant where we will have a full meal, not only one of them, but the full meal. So when the client has this amazing lunch, at the end of the day, before coming back to the hotel and rest, they will have one of the best moments of the day. We hire this wooden yacht for them, only for them. We can hire for 1 hour, 2 hours. We can also have lunch on board if they decide to. And the feeling of having this boat on this cruise only for you, you will be cruising through this river. You will be surrounded by the vineyard, the terrace, the landscape. You will be enjoying the wine, or if you want to have another kind of drink. It's a moment only for you. It's where I can tell you this is a slow travel. You stop. The time stops. It's only you and the person who you have decided to travel with. Is amazing. Perhaps the picture cannot transmit all the feelings I'm trying to explain to you, but it is something a must for all the clients who are traveling to Douro. And then finally, before going, we live in Douro and we continue to Porto to visit and to come back to the culture. We are mixing. If you have seen, we have been mixing during the entire experience, the gastronomy, the wine, the food, the culture, the art, the history. Well, now here in Porto, we have the same suggestion that we have in Lisbon. We strongly recommend to have a guide. Porto is for sure smaller than Lisbon, but it is smaller and it is much more beautiful than Lisbon, if I can tell. If everything is concentrated. If you ask me, can I visit Porto by my own? Yes, you can. For sure you can. But you will be missing a lot of places because Porto you can find hidden viewpoints, fountains, tiles that there are in a determined buildings. And if you are not guided by someone who knows, you will lose all of this information. Even for clients that have been already in Oporto, they think that they don't need to have a guide. Sometimes if you give us this information, we can adapt and give you a walking tour, even with a sommelier. Why not? We have already did it. And it was a success because they will have the point of view of someone different in the same city. It will be another speech. But well, this is only to tell you that in Porto, we strongly suggest and recommend having a walking tour with a guide that will be showing you the city under the eyes. At the end of this walking tour, we will be crossing the bridge that Jasmine already explained in the presentation. And we will arrive to Villanova de Gaia, where they will be visiting the last step of the Porto wine production, and it is the caves. Yesterday, we saw in the Douro Valley how the grapes came, how they took how was the harvest, how do they select the grape, and how do they make the first part of the wine. Today, they will see how do they transport all this wine in the barrel through the river in specific kind of boat. They will see the entire itinerary until the wine that you have in the taste, and you will drink. The cave that we are including in this experience is one of the most beautiful, under my opinion, but there are lots. In this case, it's Graham. Graham is a house where they still maintain the same way of production, but there are lots and different. Even if you are staying in Oporto more than one night, I would suggest to visit at least two, because there are another ones that are smaller, like Casa Ferreirinha, that is totally different. It's like the wines. All of wines are different. But in this case, it's the history. We are talking about caves that are producing wines for more than 100 years. So just the story, worth it to make a stop and try the wines. And the last day, the last experience I have for Porto is the filigree. The filigree is an art that gets born in Gondomar. It's a neighborhood in Oporto. It's not located in the city center. It's a not walking distance, so we will have to take our transport. It's already included. But I want to explain you a little what it is, a filigree, in case you don't know what it is. The filigree is an art where the artist how do you say it? Is transform a bar of gold or silver into this beautiful piece of art. How do they do this? They have to heat it and push through different holes from bigger to smaller until having a wire. And with the wire and using a pliers, they create this piece of art. Well, today you can find this piece of art in different places, but most of them, they are mixed between machine and human work. The atelier where we are going is one of the 5 families that still are working only 100% manually. So the client will go to the house of this artisan. So they are going to the house because the atelier is on the back of the house. They will cross the house and they will see the atelier is a real life place of working. So they will see fire, they will see a table with a lot of elements, elements and material to create this piece of art. The artisan is very charismatic, by the way. He will show them how he produce from the first step until the end. And at the end, the client will sit with them in the table and will be creating this piece of art to take with them as a souvenir. So this is another experience that we offer in Porto, in Portugal. It was a 7-day itinerary, including Lisbon, Sintra, Douro, Porto, and I should have said this at the beginning, but I was nervous. I forgot to tell this. I'm sorry. And finally, before going to the keys, I want to give you our key points that I think is really, really important. We are located in Portugal, in Lisbon, but we are all the time traveling through the country to be sure that what we are offering you is the best and knowing new places and new experiences. We offer real support time to the client via WhatsApp. Just to give you an idea, the day before the client arrives, we send them a message saying, "Hi, my name is Maria or Jasmine, and we are the local partner of yourself. And we will be at your disposal through the entire journey." So the idea is when the client arrives at whatever is the airport in Portugal, they will know that they are someone with a name and a number that will be waiting for them. So the time of the flight, they will not have to be thinking, and now what I'm going to do when I arrive. So they don't have to worry about anything. With us, there is no minimum of booking. You can handle the accommodation. You can handle part of the tour. We can do everything. We can adapt. We are totally flexible. We can work with net and commissionable rates. It means that if we are working with commissionable rates, the day after the client leaves and come back home, we will be sending you your commission back. It's only 1 day, and then the time of the wire transfer to arrive to your bank account. And we accept wire transfer and credit card. I don't know if I talked too much or too quick, or my English was good enough for you. If you have any doubt, be sure that my guides are really, really good in English. My forte is not the English, perhaps the Portuguese and the Spanish. But well, just to let you know, I am not sure if you have any question or if you have any interest of having more, any template or activity, or we are here and happy to assist you with all the information you need. I'm happy to assist your client. And now I'm giving you, Julian, the most important thing, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay.
You have wonderful
Thank you so
feedback.
much.
Everyone is very happy. While I get the quiz started, we do have one question from Christian. Do you offer any Camino trail experiences or support?
If yes, we can.
Great, fantastic. All right, so
And also, if you have any client interested in doing Camino de Santiago on bike, we have the best one, by the way.
all right. Perfect. So I have sent a request for the quiz. You should see
Okay.
it offer you to join. But if you don't see it, I'm also sending just the link. So either of them, if you look in the chat, the first one will pull you right into the app inside of Zoom, and the second one will bring you to a separate web browser so that you can access it there. Let's have a look here. I have Kristen, Robin, and Cheska are in the quiz, ready to go. And let's have a look. And there's Joe. Perfect. I'll wait until we have about 8 people in. And let's see. Yes, great job. Julie's saying great job. Very, very, very happy guests here today for you, Maria and Jasmine. Perfect. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Welcome. We've got Michelle, Nikki. There we go. So how the quiz goes is it will be 10 seconds to answer each question, and the person who gets it correct the quickest gets the point for that question. And then we'll share who the lead people are for this trivia quiz. And here's Linda. All right, so we have 8 participants. We'll go ahead and get started. If you're still working on it, you'll jump in. Don't you worry. So the first question is, which Portuguese destination is best suited for clients seeking a combination of wine culture, riverside charm, and a walkable historic center? Is it Lisbon, Porto, Algarve, or Madeira? All right. Perfect. And the correct answer was Oporto. 67% of you had it correct. The next question, which region is particularly recommended during September for immersive travel experiences? Is it the Algarve, Lisbon, Douro Valley, or the Azores? Okay. And Catherine and Gordon, click on the links above. You'll go right into the quiz so you can answer there. And the answer was Douro Valley, and no one got that right. Oh no. Okay, but right now we have Robin in the lead in first place. And the next question is, a client looking for peaceful landscapes, authentic villages, and slow luxury would most likely enjoy Alentejo, Porto, Lisbon, or Madeira? All right. And the correct answer is Alentejo, with 57% getting it correct. Next question, which region is best known for dramatic volcanic scenery and whale watching experiences? Is it the Algarve, the Azores, Madeira, or Douro Valley? And the correct answer is Azores, 88% of you correct. Great job. Which destination combines cosmopolitan lifestyle, historic neighborhoods, and easy access to Sintra? Is it a Porto, Alentejo, Lisbon, or Madeira? And the correct answer is Lisbon. 75% of you had that correct. And Kristen is bumped into the lead with Jean right behind her. Let's go to the next question. Question 6, Madeira is particularly appealing for travelers interested in, is it 1, desert landscapes and safari, 2, hiking, wellness, and nature, 3, urban nightlife and shopping only, 4, winter sports and skiing? And the correct answer is hiking, wellness, and nature. So everyone got that correct. Perfect. Next question. Which region would best suit clients interested in golf, coastal luxury resorts, and boat excursions? Is it the Douro Valley, Lisbon, Algarve, or Alentejo? And the correct answer is Algarve, and someone second-guessed themselves and changed it at the last second. Next question. Which Portuguese destination is described as a UNESCO wine landscape with vineyard estates and rivers? Is it Porto, Algarve, Douro Valley, or Azores? And the correct answer is Douro Valley. 63% of you got that correct. And we have Kristen is still in the lead with Linda right behind her. Oh, goodness, changing every time. And the next question is 9. Which city is often considered the perfect gateway to northern Portugal? Is it Lisboa, Faro, Porto, or Évora? And the correct answer is Évora, 13%. One person got that correct. Nice. Which region is ideal for travelers looking for untouched nature and sustainable tourism experiences? Is it Lisboa, Azores, Algarve, or Oporto? 100% of you look like you got that correct. Good job, Gwen. The next question, what makes Portugal particularly attractive as a multi-region destination? Is it the easy access between the highly diverse regions, large distances between destinations, the primary seasonal tourism focused on summer, or the gastronomy and architecture through the country? And the correct answer is the easy access between regions. Good job. Gwen says all of them are correct. And we have Kristen in the lead with Linda and Michelle right on her heels. The next question is which traveler profile best matches the Douro Valley? Is it travelers seeking vibrant nightlife and beach clubs, clients interested in scenic luxury wine estates and slow travel, adventure travel focused on water sports, or families looking for resort-based travel? And the correct answer is scenic luxury wine estates and slow travel, correct. Next question. A couple is looking for authentic gastronomy, vineyard experiences, peaceful luxury, and a scenic countryside. Which region are you recommending first? The Algarve, Alentejo, Lisbon, or Madeira? And the answer is Alentejo. That was a tough one. Everyone guessed something different. What makes the Sintra experience particularly exclusive? Is it the helicopter transfer from Lisbon, an overnight stay in the Pena Palace, private access to the Pena Palace with a sidecar experience, or horseback riding through the forest? And the correct answer, what most of you got, was the private access to the Pena Palace. And that sidecar looks really neat. And we have Kristen in the lead still with Michelle and Jean right on her heels still. Which experience best reflects Lisbon's natural identity? Contemporary art and river cruises, historic neighborhoods and azulejo traditions, coastal resorts, or vineyard estates? And the correct answer was 100%. Everyone got it right, is the historic neighborhoods and azulejo traditions. And our last question for all the peanuts. What is a common thread throughout the itinerary presented? Is it their large-scale resorts, curated experiences, independent self-guided exploration, or adventure-focused itineraries? And everyone knew exactly what we were looking for. Maria and Jasmine and Lux Unique are amazing at the curated experiences with local immersion. And the winner of today's quiz is Kristen Zolvich. Congratulations, Kristen. Yay. She even popped up her camera. Look at that to celebrate. So I'll be in touch with you on how to get you your prize winnings. And now we know Kristen is ready to sell Portugal as well as all of you, actually. You did a fantastic job. So congratulations to Kristen. Thank you, Maria and Jasmine. Thank you so much for joining us today and teaching us. Now, if you are booking Portugal, please think of them first because as you can see, they are experts in the destination. I know 10 seconds is really quick. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys had fun. So if you have any questions, if you have clients, let's be sure you are thinking about what your clients would like the most because Maria and Jasmine can make an itinerary that is just the same for everybody, but that's not what we want. We want to make sure that it is the perfect trip for your clients. So please reach out and be in touch. Yes, this is being recorded. It'll be posted onto our YouTube channel, and I will be sharing it this afternoon with their contact information. Now, join us tomorrow. We do have a brand new property that has joined us in Mexico, right in Tulum. So if you're familiar with the Cancun airport or the Tulum airport, this is a great villa destination with their experiences are very Mayan, very unique, a perfect location for a group of. So join us tomorrow at 12 p.m. for La Chamana Tulum, and I look forward to seeing everyone there. Thank you so much, Jasmine and Maria, for joining us today, and we'll see you in our next webinar. Congratulations, Kristen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Obrigada.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Obrigada. Thank you.